Today is Mongolian beef. Is this a recipe that was handed down from generation to generation in Mongolia? No. This dish is so tasty. And when you got a piece of leftover steak, instead of just, frying it up in the frying pan, put some sauce on it. Put some sauce on it. Put some sauce on it. We're going to start off with the flank steak. 300 grams, make enough for 1 to 2 person. Feeding a family, double it up or triple it up. Just put your knife at a slight slant, and the first cut is not going to be that great, but then you could start making slices. When I was growing up in the US, I was a student, so I never had the chance to visit a proper steak restaurant. Like, I used to only go to like Outback. Outback is okay, but it's more of like a family restaurant type. I would love to try that steakhouse in New York. What's it called? Peter Luger's. Oh. On the same note, have you guys had Argentinian barbecue? It's amazing. They have that little, I forget what the name is, that salsa that they put on top. Oh man. But enough talk about US or Argentinian or Korean barbecue. Focus. Today is Mongolian beef. Put in about a tablespoon of mirin. I know some people are sensitive to that somewhat gamey taste of beef in general, and they don't like that scent. So if you put some mirin in, it eliminates that. We'll set this aside just for 5-10 minutes. In the meanwhile, my friends, let's do around 4 or 5 stalks of scallions or green onions and trim the top. If some look a little thick, like I wouldn't want to eat that in one bite, you can just cut that in half. Cut this into finger-length pieces. We're going to hit it with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Bless that with 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Then 1 tablespoon of rice wine, or mirin, or in Japanese, mirin. Then 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. Then half a tablespoon of sesame oil. Give it a taste. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Alright, and then for this recipe, we want this to get a nice, very crispy skin. So we're gonna use potato starch powder. In Korea, if we do use a starch powder, it's generally potato starch. Corn starch powder works just as well. And one more thing, make sure it's not expired. There's been a few recipes in the past, just looked beautiful, took a bite, and I knew, oh, the flour went bad. I think 4 or 5 tablespoons should be good enough. See that there's liquid at the bottom. We don't want that in there. So just use your hands and just drop each one. Alright, just drop. Let's put a good amount of oil in. We can filter this later and reuse it. Put this on a medium-high. Put in my wooden chopsticks. And if you start to see a lot of bubbles rise to the surface, that's around the temperature. Put some of our pieces in. Beautiful. It's ready when you don't see any red. And then quickly, we can use some of this oil. Let's do 1. And then for extra flavor, we're going to put in 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic. It's 1.5. That's good. Mix it up. And once you start to smell the garlic in the air and a few of the pieces start to brown, mix up our sauce and add that in. Mix the sauce up. We're gonna put all of our flash fried meat. Oh yeah. And this is where all the magic happens, guys. Oh my goodness. Once everything's been coated, we're gonna put in our green onions, and then this is when it starts to really look beautiful. Get that in there, mix it in. And my friends, that's it. Oh, beautiful. Got the garlic pieces on there, got the green onions. The flavor is like stuck right on top. Beautiful. So let's give this a shot. All right, there's one piece. Get some of that green onion on here as well. And bon appetit.
Daniel, don't start without me.
What is Mongolian beef?
Oh, you didn't have Panda Express in the UK, huh?
No, we didn't have it at the time, I think. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Mmm. It's crispy on the outside, really like soft in the inside. I love it.
You like it?
Mmm. But I need rice. And what is this one?
It's your special.
My favorite?
Your favorite.
Wow, it's soybean paste soup.
Yeah, but I ran out of ingredients, so I just used onions.
Oh, that's good. I still like it. What are those little pieces? Is it tofu?
It's chili pepper.
Is this what they really eat in Mongolia?
No. No.
So why Mongolian?
It's a hard question.